Woo-hoo! Saturday night. It is Saturday night. I'm not even going to ask you because I know it's Saturday night. Hey, everybody. Old guy is present and accounted for. Tonight, cube steak, but the way I decided to make it, and bread. The so it's going to be the bread that I decided to make, and stuffed mushrooms, and that was brought to us by Lisa. Is that right?
I think so.
Let me see. We're going to find out here. Going to say hi to folks.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, from Lisa, and I'm pretty sure she'll be here. If not, probably pretty soon. Who have we got in the room, Mrs. Old Guy?
Natalie saying hi on the break.
Natalie, hello on your break.
John
John, good evening. Good
says
evening.
he's feeling better.
Good. Glad you're feeling better.
Natalie's having Southwest salad.
Southwest salad, awesome. Like some Southwest, like grilled chicken, and maybe like a Chipotle ranch or something like that. Sounds good. Little, pepper jack cheese or
Yep.
cheddar. Got to say hi to my brother Doug. Hi, Doug. Hello, Shar. Good evening. Hope the two of you have had a good week. I hope everybody has had a good week. Been a busy one, as always. As always, those of you who know me on Facebook have seen recent photos of the of the mayhem over the last couple of weeks. But plugging along. It's the summertime, and it's self-induced work. I didn't have to do any of this. I could have just spent the summer goofing off, but so I have nobody to blame but myself.
Natalie said yes, that's what kind of salad it is, and she says it's really good.
Yum. Yeah. Yep. I bet so. I've had salads like that in the past. Some of them have even had little diced up pieces of mango in it too, along with the chicken and the cheese and the lettuce and the tomato and the onion, and really good. So I got nothing cooking right now because I'm going to start by making dessert and the bread kind of at the same time. Because I really don't want to use my oven to bake bread, I'm going to make fry bread. And for kind of the same reason, I don't want to get the kitchen hot from making dessert. So I'm also going to make sopapillas for dessert, which is almost fry bread. Not a lot of difference between the two, but that's how it's going to work. And of course the stuffed mushrooms. I do have a little, what do you call it? Like air fryer kind of thing. It air fries. It'll rotisserie. It'll bake. It does, like the modern version of an old-fashioned toaster oven.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be cooking the mushrooms in that when the time comes. So
John says he's trained to eat hospital chicken nuggets.
hospital chicken nuggets. I bet they're not very tasty.
I bet not.
But I'm glad you're feeling a little better and that you're actually tuning in. So, continued luck with your recovery. Okay, so where am I going to get started? I think I'm going to get started.
Real quick, Lisa's here
Hi, Lisa.
from her and Wild Man, and she said thank you for making making dinner.
Oh no, thank you for requesting it. And I don't know if you were here when I said what I'm making. So the bread, fry bread, and dessert, sopapillas. I know there's not a whole heck of a lot of difference between the two, but I don't want to get my oven hot. And to be perfectly honest, I just plain forgot with being as busy as I was all week in the last couple weeks actually, or all summer. I totally forgot to, again, put the poll as to which dessert you folks wanted to vote for. And again, for like the third or fourth week, I forgot to do it. I've just been so busy. So I decided I'm just going to make sopapillas so I can help keep the kitchen cool. That's that's the Scout's honor truth, folks.
Natalie said she got her vacation approved for October, so she put a down payment on a Disney World vacation. She's so excited.
Oh, nice. So what particular destination are you going to? Like somewhere tropical, I would think. But, you know, Disney cruises.
Oh, Disney World vacation.
Oh, Disney World vacation.
So that would be in Florida.
Yeah. Oh, still. Sounds like a lot of fun.
And Lisa said that's okay with her.
Awesome. Well, thank you. So, just going to get both of these started at the same time here. And we'll see whether or not I confuse myself and mess up on either one because I forgot which one is which. We'll find out. Okay. So, like I said, there's not a whole heck of a lot of difference between fry bread and sopapillas. So,
Ronald said happy Saturday.
oh, happy Saturday to you as well, Ronald. I hope things have been well for you. Let's see here. I'm going to actually read the instructions that I wrote down just because. For that reason. If I don't write them down, who knows what I'm going to put in. Okay. Teaspoon and a half of baking powder. Oh, I am a little disjointed today. I took the day off. We didn't do anything. I kind of overdid it a little bit, and I'm sort of paying the price physically. So I decided I'm going to take a day or so and just kind of chill out and recover a little bit. So we might take a day drive tomorrow to someplace we've not been.
Yep.
We like to do that.
Should be fun.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, we know exactly the same amount.
Is this fan too loud for you guys?
Yeah, can you hear the fan? I hope it isn't too loud. Just for the fact that all right, there's the baking powder. Now here's where the big difference is. This one's gonna get some shortening. We're gonna put the blocks of shortening. All right. So messy stuff. All right. 1 tablespoon. Come on, come on. I don't want to stick my finger in it, but I'm going to have to stick my finger in it. All right. That's about all I need of that. 1 whole tablespoon. And what else do I need? A 1/3 cup of water in that one. I do have a 1/3 cup here. What do you know? third cup of water here. And over on this side, it's going to be half a cup of milk. Yeah. There's your big differences. Water and a little shortening and milk. Other than that, well, the Sopapilla does have a little more salt. All right. That's good for the milk for now. It'll make a return later. All right, let's get the Sopapilla mixed up. And then later after we eat, it won't take much to roll it out, fry some up. All right. Went to the store, of course, to check out meat for the dinner. And I'm looking at the cube steak, thinking to myself, I said, "Self, anybody can just go buy cube steak, and for the price they wanted for it, it was less expensive just to buy some nice top sirloin steaks. Very thinly cut. They're going to be perfect for cubing." That's going to be pretty much a guaranteed tasty, tender steak. I'm still going to leave how I'm preparing it sort of as a, not really a surprise, but kind of as a surprise. Did that make sense, guys? I hope it did. At this point, I'm not really much sure of anything. By the way, can you folks hear me better this week? Am I a little louder, a little more clear? Just curious about that. Yesterday, of course, we were outside working. And, this car rally of the Lamborghinis come blowing through town. They were doing 90 miles an hour. My name ain't old guy. I mean, and there was probably 100 or so.
Yep.
Just flying through town. There's a lot of upset people.
Yep.
About that. And I looked on their website for that particular rally and read their guidelines, what it takes if you want to participate. And, like the seventh thing on their list is to obey all traffic and traffic laws and speed laws. Yeah, it makes sense to me, but it wasn't just one guy, it was everybody.
Not every one of them, but
well,
most
pretty much. I didn't see a single one go through town at 25 miles an hour.
There was a couple go through kind of slow because they had traffic in front of them. But that was the only reason.
So, all right.
Natalie says, singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth, then it's a soap opera.
Ha ha! Cha-ching! All right. Sopapillas, we're going to put them in the bowl, set that in there, so I don't forget which one it is. How about that?
Yeah, good idea.
Good idea. All right, now the fry bread, and that'll be part of the dinner, of course. So I'm looking to double check, recipes and so forth. And every time I looked for a batch of, how to make fry bread or a recipe for it, huge batches, like 6 and 8 cups of flour. Is like, I am not trying to feed an army. I mean, I can get 2 big loaves of bread out of 5 cups. So, yeah. Anyway, I just thought it was kind of amusing. And I'm going to fix that.
Our neighbor Carol is probably watching on TV too.
Oh, yeah.
Comment.
Yep. That could very well be. And Carol, good evening. Our neighbor just down the street. Her and her family there.
Yeah.
They were the recipients of the rest of the Mounds chocolate pie, Mounds candy bar chocolate pie. It was so good. And after I gave it to him and it walked away from me, I kind of started regretting it. And the next night, Sunday night, I regretted it. I wanted my pie back.
Because you didn't have nothing for dessert.
I didn't have anything for dessert. I had to make cinnamon toast. Okay, same thing with that fry bread. Gotta let it sit for just a little bit. I'm gonna mess around here a little bit with the appetizer.
Carol says, wow, it was awesome.
Stuffed mushrooms. Yeah. Oh, she is there.
She's just on there.
Okay. Okay. I ain't got no nails to grab the thing there. All right, a little bit of pepper. I'm only gonna make 2 stuffed mushrooms, so everything in just tiny amounts here. A little garlic, a little onion. A little white pepper too. Love the white pepper. Come on. A little bit of parsley. I would use fresh, but I'm not going to buy a thing of parsley to make 2 stuffed mushrooms. So. And a nice little dab of salt there. And got some breadcrumbs, just a little bit. Where's my cheese? Right there. Got a little bit of Parmesan. Whoa, did you see it jump?
I did.
Mm-hmm. You too. Alright. Not a whole lot, just that's going to be plenty. Kind of mix it up a little bit. Grind up the cheese some. Nice. I want a little bit of egg in there. Obviously, I'm not going to put a whole egg. But I do want to put some in. Mrs. Olga.
Yep.
So let me see here.
Ed's
Trying
here.
to judge the time. Not yet. Ed's here?
Ed's here.
Hey, Ed. Is it as hot down in the Denver area as it has been here? We've been getting up at 100 or so. Oh, last week.
Yep.
The Grand Junction just down the road from us is supposed to hit like 106 or something.
Yep.
So, been plenty warm. Alright, what did I do with my... It's gonna add just about a tablespoon of that.
It says it's too hot.
Too hot, yeah.
Not 100 hot, but hot.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's summertime. I'm not gonna complain. I would much rather deal with the hot than with the cold. I think I went through that before, so. All right, we'll get this mixture. Scott, good evening.
Just got off work.
Well, welcome to Old Guy's Kitchen. Doing some cube steak tonight. Fry bread, stuffed mushrooms, sopapilla dessert. And I'm just getting ready to...
Corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob. Thank you, Mrs. Old Guy. Alright, so I've got just some plain old white button mushroom. Pop them stems. Get them stuffed here. Did I make it just exactly enough for 2 of these? Is that what I did? A little bit more on that one. Yay! Exactly enough for 2. I can live with that. Put that aside for now. Mushrooms. I'm going to put these, they're just on this wire rack. And they'll go into the oven here shortly.
Scott says I'm at my favorite Mediterranean food restaurant, getting chicken over rice with a big side salad.
That sounds delicious. Brother Doug, you need to give me that ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling and let me know what you guys are having. Don't forget. Got to keep on top of brothers these days. Get them to call. All right. Get some of this slippage off of the table. Can I call it slippage? That's what I'm gonna call it. So. All right, we're pretty much done.
Eli, what did I miss?
Good evening, Eli. Well, you missed me making. Not that there's a big difference. Dough for fry bread and for sopapilla dessert. And in fact, now that you're here, Eli, I feel that I could ask the group, everyone that's here, if I were to cut and get my sopapilla dough rolled out. I don't think they would be called a sopapilla anymore.
No.
Maybe they would be called, say, donapilla. You guys tell me. Proper name for sopapilla is cut into a donut shape. All right. Get these mushrooms
Okay.
diced up. not going to use them all.
Nope.
It is just
Have a
me and
good
Mrs.
night.
Old Guy.
They are having chicken strips and fried zucchini.
Chicken strips and fried zucchini. Okay. Awesome. Well, enjoy. Ed, how about you? What are you having tonight? Eli, same with you. What's on the menu at your place?
Lisa, Wildman,
Yep. Come on, guys.
Carol.
Let us know, folks. I mean, it's only fair. You know what I'm having. My mommy taught me sharing.
Ed's having bean and cheese burritos.
Yum. You smothering that with anything, like some green chili or something like that, or you just eating a burrito by itself?
Yeah, it says I don't even know what a sopapilla is or how to spell it.
Scott? Well, how do I explain a sopapilla? It's kind of it's kind of like a tortilla that's been fried puffy and golden brown, and it's a little bit crispy and a little bit soft and chewy, and they're often served like with honey or sometimes cinnamon and sugar. Eli, is that what?
They're Spanish.
Yeah, they're
Spanish dessert.
yeah. So that's I think that's a reasonably good description of what a sopapilla is. You can get them at a lot of Mexican restaurants. They're very common. That is a dessert.
It says handheld green chili on the inside.
Yum.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yep. I
Eli
love
says, now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever had one.
what? Sopapilla?
Yep.
Well, okay. It's not like I've had them so many times I can just make it without looking up a recipe. A few times.
Carol's having spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Nice. A little spaghetti.
Yep, we had spaghetti a couple nights ago.
We did. All right. So what do we got coming up next week? I think it was another one from Lisa, was it not? Let me think here. Let me think. I do remember drawing it and saying that it is from Lisa, right?
No.
No? Okay, but all right, then it's from 3 people, right? Okay, but now trying to remember what it is. All right, go ahead.
Chicken and dumplings.
Chicken and dumplings.
It's from John, Josh, and Sean.
That's right. Oh, yeah. You jogged my memory. No, you just plain told me. The recall wasn't going to come right then, and I didn't want to stand here the rest of the night trying to think of what it was. So, one little green onion while I do everything up.
Eli says he's having breakfast for dinner, bacon, egg, and cheese croissant sandwich.
Well, that sounds yum.
Lisa said Wildman had a Whopper dinner, and Lisa had a corn dog.
Nice. Nice. All right. Let me scoop all this to one side. And let me grab them steaks. Beat cat. All right. Very, very thin. Just about perfect. for what I'm doing. Yeah. Whoa, sorry, Polly.
Better watch out, little girl.
And it's not going to take much to have these in the cubed state. I'm just going to use the back of my knife.
She's right behind you, so watch out.
Okay.
Eli wants to know if you're a fan of charo beans.
Of what?
Charo beans.
Charo beans?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever had them, Eli. Or at least, and I don't know if I've had them and not known. Did I have them? But the name isn't familiar.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah. Bye. That's one of the fun things about doing it yourself. You gotta do it yourself. Just using the back of my knife, just right here, this area right here. If I were to use the sharp edge, this thing would be just shredded. Turn it into hamburger. I don't want to turn it into hamburger. So, it'll take a couple of minutes to kind of go through and do this. Don't mind a bit.
Ed's got a request.
Great. Mrs. Old Guy will write it down. What is the request?
He says, I remember you eating sausage and peppers at your pizzeria years ago.
Yes.
I'd like to throw that into your suggestion dinner.
Okay, you bet. As a matter of fact, Ed, if you please email me at oldguyincolorado@gmail. I don't know if you have. I don't remember if you did or not. I'll look and see. Oh, I think you did. I found some photographs of the day that your dad and you and I can't remember. Couple kids and just
A bunch of you.
a whole bunch of you came up to the restaurant, and I'd like to send you a copy if you'd like to have it.
Eli says, just stewed beans with onions, jalapenos, and bacon, and some also throw in chopped hot dogs.
Oh, really? Yeah, it sounds good though. I'd eat it, except for I'd have to probably put in some, like sausage or something for Mrs. Old Guy, like smoked sausage.
And Eddie says, awesome, will do.
Remember, it seems like I might have your email address. I don't know. This one's a little thicker. Wow. Somebody wasn't very handy. It's alright. Just have to hit it a little harder. Oh yeah. We'll get to. We'll see if anybody starts catching on as to what this cube steak is kind of going to be. Well, you can sure hear a mist, can't you? Get that other side. Chop, 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 chop. Yeah, it's not a good thing to keep your hands too close together when you're doing this. I like, make sure it's off to the side here. I don't want to chop any fingers.
Eli says, I want a BLT, hold the L and T.
Just a bacon sandwich.
Steve Russell, sir.
Steve Russell! Hey man, good evening. We're just pounding up or cubing our steak. for a cube steak dinner. Alright. Getting there, getting there. Last one. Last one. Oh yeah. This ain't gonna take much longer at all. Alright. A few more wax. And it's a done deal. Thanks for the patience, guys.
Eli says, what is your fast food guilty pleasure?
So if you want to see how my cube steak cube. Can you see that, Mrs. Yep. My favorite fast food guilty pleasure?
Yep.
Well, I don't know that I got a fair answer to that because really, I only hold fast food to, you know, such a standard, and so really anything beyond that is I never expect it. So there's no real indulgence in it. Does that make any sense? Now I do have a preference. I'd rather go to Burger King than any other burger places, or a Dairy Queen, because they also have a flame broiled burger. So I hope that answers your question, sir.
Steve says, hope the week was okay for you guys.
Yeah, busy as always. Remodeling our back patio, which once was just this kind of roughly 8 by 8 foot area out of our back door that had some wrought iron railing and a couple of 4x4 posts.
Yep.
I decided that to kind of enclose it some, so I put in a half wall or a partial wall and left areas for big, you know, like screens, which was nice for the first year or two, until last fall when bears decided to come in through our back patio, and of course the screen didn't offer much in the way of resistance.
Not at all.
I happened to come across a good deal on the glass that I used, so I decided, what the heck, let's go ahead and build some windows and put them in. And, you know, bear still could probably get in, but it'd be a lot more difficult.
He didn't stay long once he got in.
No,
the
he
dogs shoot him away pretty quickly.
Yep. By the time he broke into the patio, and the dogs started barking, it's like 4 steps from my desk to the French doors in our house, and yeah, Bear was already on his way out. My screen all torn up.
Lisa said, Wildman is right with you, Tom, on the burger.
Awesome.
And Joan says, chop until you can't chop anymore.
All right. So, how do I want to do this? Get this pan warming up. Got my fryer. The fabulous, fantastic Farberware fryer. All warmed up and ready to rock. And my fry bread is getting pretty ready to roll out and start frying up. or not really roll out, but press out. So this is going to be
Should be good.
should be good, yeah. Especially, and we'll see what folks come up with if they how they figure out what kind of how whatever you call it kind of preparation I'm using for my cute steak. What am I? You know me, I'm always putting a twist on something, so I can't verbalize.
John says, Tom, I love you and Mrs. Old Guy forever.
Oh, thank you, sir. We love you too, John. Okay. Pan's getting warmed up. Start by sauteing these mushrooms and onions. A little black pepper, a little bit of salt. Well, actually, kind of a fair amount of salt. Just because it's mushrooms.
Eli says, I love waffle irons. You can make so many things with them.
Yeah, waffle irons are fun. This old guy and I, a lot of times when we make, if we make a French toast for breakfast, I'll cook it in the waffle iron.
Yep. Makes it nice and crispy.
Yep. Yep. All right. Hope if I had my spatula handy. My pancake turner. That sounds like a blues singer. Old pancake turner. Maybe not.
Eli says, I've made cheeseburger waffles.
Cheeseburger waffles?
Yep.
That doesn't sound bad.
You ever tried that?
No. There's a few burgers that I've, heard of here over the last, few years. That's really good, but I still haven't tried. Like peanut butter and jelly burger. The burger on a glazed donut thing. Yeah. I've yet to try any of those, but
Debbie topped it with burger sauce.
burger sauce. The type of burger sauce. Gotta get a drink. I bet I drink 10 of these or more a day.
Yeah.
Well, the patio area that I'm working on, until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's fairly comfortable to be in there. It's not hot. It's it's a decent place. But when it gets to be about now, it's like pretty close to an oven in there. It's just uncomfortable to sit in, or at least the way it was, and that's another reason for some of the change.
I said pickles and peanut butter sandwiches isn't as bad as he thought.
Pickles and peanut butter? Yeah, I've heard of that. I don't know if I've tried it.
I know.
I've heard of it, but I've not tried it. At least not that I can remember. Yeah, I've had some pretty drunken nights, and I'm sure I ate something. So, I'll tell you, one of the worst things I ever had after boozing it up with my buddy. We went, we shared this apartment, and we went to get food. Didn't have a lot of money, so he bought pig liver. And I'm okay with calf liver. Sometimes, I mean, not all the time, but once in a while. Never had pork liver, and I'm telling you what, I'm never going to have it again. You don't want me. It had a very metallic flavor to it. It was really bad. I don't recommend pork liver for anybody.
John says, Tom, how about a chocolate ice cream pizza for a suggestion?
Chocolate ice cream pizza. Well, it sounds good. It sounds like something that, definitely could be made. The issue I have with it is I'm not going to eat a chocolate ice cream pizza for dinner. I might have some for dessert.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not a dinner. So we will write that down, and it'll get put into the vote for the dessert. And when it comes up that way, then we'll do it. Yeah, it's a cool idea. I like it. All right. I want that corn to do its thing for a little while before I do much of anything else, so I'm just going to hang out for a minute.
Eli said pork liver hominy burrito with blue cheese and dipping sauce.
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
Especially being how we don't like any of it.
Yeah, that didn't sound very tasty at all. Somebody tried making me think that hominy was corn nuts dried up. Corn nuts was hominy dried up. And that ain't true. It's not what it is. Corn nuts is just big corn. Mrs. Old Guy, I'm going to have you go ahead and turn on the oven there and let it start warming up. Just hit on. There we go. Oh, no. See, that's where you messed up. You totally turned it to air fryer. Hang on, folks. I had it all set for the oven. So hang on a minute, folks. I gotta redo something here. Sorry, folks. All you needed to do was push start. That's okay. All right. All right. So now we're going to wait for the oven to get hot. It'll take a few minutes, and when it does, I'll have this old guy slide the rack with our 2 stuffed mushrooms on there. And go from there. And that's going to be a few minutes, and I want my corn to cook a little more. So,
Steve wants to know, any camping trips or getaways coming up?
oh, well, Mrs. Old Guy and I try to take day trips pretty frequently. Last week we went to Gothic, Colorado, where the yeah, what is
Rocky
it?
Mountain.
Yes, thank you. Rocky Mountain Biological Laboratory. There's an area, this whole giant area out there, absolutely beautiful, pristine, just unbelievably beautiful, and signs all over the place that say, "Keep out unless you're a scientist."
Yep.
You know, and during it's only like open to study during the spring and summer months because of the altitude. That place just gets buried in the winter. So
Eli says he'll be back hopefully next the end of the spring.
okay, Eli. Well, we'll be here.
And John says, Tom, how about a cheeseburger snow cone?
No. Nope. Sorry, John. Like I said before, I'm not nearly as adventurous with food as Val is. You know, there's just some things that I'm, not going to do, and some things I'm just quite honestly not capable of, and that would be one of them. I wouldn't have the slightest idea how to make a hamburger snow cone. Just going to be right up front and honest with you there, buddy. I'm sure you wouldn't want it any other way. Oh. I'm just wasting time. Well, not really. It's not going to take a whole long time to finish dinner, so I want that corn to cook just a little bit more. I can start getting some fry bread ready. I'm not going to use all this, at least right now. I'll make a nice piece for each of us, and the rest I'll save for, lunch tomorrow or something.
John says, how about a cheese pizza chicken fried steak?
A cheese pizza chicken fried steak. Tell you what, John, you let me know how to make it, and I will.
Tracy and Cruiser?
Oh! Crazy Food Crew! Hey guys! Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Got corn cooking. I'm making, getting these two fry breads ready to go here. There's the beef for the mushrooms, so they're going to go into the oven. And the timer is already set for 20 minutes. And rocking, so I won't have to worry about forgetting them. Yay. And I'm just really going to do this roughly.
Let me see a pot holder a second.
Pot holder. Yep. Sometimes they can be tricky to get in. There we go. All right. Good to go. Mushrooms away.
Ralph is here. Hi. Sorry I'm late.
Good evening, Ralph, or good morning. You're not late. We're just kind of getting rolling here. Getting ready to cook fry bread. which is pretty much just bread, flour, baking powder, a little salt, and milk. Alright, that's looking good.
Grace Food Crew says, sounds good. Fry bread, yummy.
Yeah, yeah. Can't say as though I've made fried bread. Really? If I have, it's been long enough that I don't remember.
Lisa asked Tim how Buddy was. Something wrong with your dog, Tim?
Yeah, I hope not. A little cut in the middle.
Steve wants to know what we'll have for dessert.
Sopapillas. And I decided that we're going to probably just use, drizzle some honey on the sopapilla. Alright, got the fry bed rocking here, so I'm going to turn this pan back on. Get the heat going. Let's get this fried up. Not a huge piece, but that's okay. Trying to watch the old waistline. It's actually been doing pretty,
Yeah.
I'm happy. All
Ralph
right.
says it's about midday there.
Midday? All right. It is early evening, and it's finally starting to cool down a little bit. Last night I think it cooled down to like 64 at night. Overnight, it cooled down to 6, which is still pretty warm, but a lot better than 99 or whatever it was yesterday. 102. All right. Fried bread is good to go. I'm just going to set it aside. I'm just going to put a little salt in my hand and just sprinkle a little bit of salt over the top of each one. Get back here to this pan. Let's get some meat cooking. Because they're as thin as they are, they're not going to take very long to cook. A little salt and pepper on there. Uh-oh, what did I drop? My whisk. It won't take long to cook these. They're really thin. Crank that heat up a little more.
Ralph said he just turned on the computer. We'll go to Google. It's 64 Fahrenheit.
Yes, sir. 64 Fahrenheit. Yeah, I don't know the conversion to Celsius. I think all I know is that 32 degrees is 0 Celsius. But that's all I know.
Tim said, Buddy's good. He just had a flea bath. LOL. He doesn't like baths at all.
Leave
We
out.
have to take him to the vet for his flea medicine, and our backyard somehow has fleas. I need to spray back there.
That reminded me of the old Cheech and Chong thing. Oh, Wild Man, you remember Herb and Ralphie, or Ralph and Cheech and Chong, their dog routine, about fleas and, but never mind. Alright, that one looks good.
Holly.
Alright. She's not chasing her down so much anymore. She knows that she's not feeling good. Poor kitty kitty. Alright. I know it's not a giveaway yet, but it might be here in a couple of minutes as to what I'm doing. Turn that heat up a little bit more. That one's browned off good enough. Let's get another one in there. This will make a great lunch for tomorrow too.
Yep.
I don't know. It's really, it looks like more than it is. I mean, those pieces of meat are maybe 2 ounces or 3. All right, last one. Woohoo! No, salt, pepper. I didn't do it on the other one. Okay.
Colleen, you better leave her alone. Polly, you leave her alone too. They both jump up and run as soon as she walks away.
All right, salt, pepper. Good. Slide that back out of the way. For now. Won't be long.
Yep.
And the farther I get into it, the more apparent it's going to be. Or at least I would think it would be. Mushrooms and onions so far. I don't know if that's any kind of a hint as to what I'm doing. All right. This. A little bit of flour. Brown that up a little bit. All right. Got about a 1/3 cup of beef stock. That's a good double strength beef stock, by the way. Now the last couple of ingredients. Throw this back on the heat and I'll throw some milk in here. Let's get these mushrooms and onions back. Get that warmed up. Won't take long. Huh?
It says, Tom, how about a chicken upside down pot pie for us?
Chicken upside down pot pie. Cool. Yeah, I don't know how to make it upside down, but I'll figure a way. I like pot pie. And I got some sour cream here. Nice dollops. So, anybody at all? What I'm doing here? Put that juice back in. Throw these steaks down in here. Get this cutting board out of my way. Okay. Anybody? No guesses, huh?
Yes.
No guesses, folks. What can you think of that's beef and got mushroom gravy and a little sour cream in there? Most of the time you get it served with pasta.
Deb says making some gravy.
Oh yeah, it's a gravy. It is gravy, that's for sure.
Ralph said we had a whole lot of cluster flies in the family room, so they were wondering if a rat or a bird might have died in the wall.
Well, that's not good.
Scott's back. Just got home.
Welcome back, Scott. All right. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this off a little bit, y'all. Gonna plate up some food. This little guy, are you ready for food?
Yep.
All right.
Carol says stroganoff.
Stroganoff! Absolutely right. Correctamundo. If there was a light and flashing, and bells cling, 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 a little fanfare. Dun, 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 dun. Exactly. That is exactly it. So it is a stroganoff cube steak. Stroganoff cube. This is all good. I'll hand you salt and pepper, even though I don't think you're going to need it.
Microwave for me.
Oh, that's true. I didn't season your corn. All right, I mean, it's plating food time, guys. All right. So, here's that peek that I normally give you. See that okay, Mrs. Lodex?
Yep. Stuffed mushrooms will be done in 5 minutes.
Yep, stuffed mushrooms are on their way. They haven't been forgotten. Even if I wanted to, the timer's going to go beep. Oh, a little butter for that, Mrs. Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and take it, and then I'll take
How
some
about
for
I
mine.
have a fork and a knife?
No, I didn't hand you a steak knife. Was that? Oh, right here. Sorry, geez, guys, I'm slipping.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. You're welcome. I was going to garnish that with a little bit of fresh, uncooked green onion, but I neglected to do so. I'm sorry.
Okay. Shame on me.
Let's get some of the sauce. Let's get some of that
Ralph
sauce.
says, not sure if you get cluster flies over there, but they're about the size of blowflies and they don't really fly around.
Well, yeah, I'd have to look it up to see, Ralph, what it is. If it's an insect that's common over here as well.
Scott says, hey Tom, you guys always say help out your community. My neighbor needed to bring home her 1-year-old Saint Bernard because they are moving to an apartment. My supervisor, who lives on 17 acres, adopted him.
Awesome.
I found him a home.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. There was I don't know, it's been about 3 or 4 years back. There were some people in town that had this absolutely beautiful pit bull. I mean, he was just the friendliest thing ever. But they had him in a small little dog run on the side of their house with no water, no food, crap all over the inside of the cage in the middle of a hot sun. So I did something about it. I talked to the dog owners, and I found that dog a good home. And he was. They renamed him and rehomed him, and he was a darn good dog. So thank you for doing that. What am I looking for? Pepper, if I want it. All right.
Adventures with Goat is here.
Hey, bud. How's it going? Adventures with Goat, my neighbor across the state. Lives over in the sort of the southern part of Colorado. Southeastern. Compared to where I am. So we got...
Carol said you forgot your fry bread.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Carol. You're right. Good thing you're here. It is a good thing you're here. I would have totally forgot about my fry bread. It smells really good. Try it with some gravy. That's pretty satisfying with the gravy on here. Yum. Thanks, Carol.
Adventure with Goat says we just got back from Clear Creek Reservoir.
Nice. It's been a very long time since I've been to Clear Creek Reservoir. But it's been a long time since I've been to a lot of other places too. So we are definitely enjoying this cube steak.
Adventures with Goat, I'm popping in to say hi. I'm live in 45 minutes.
Oh, well,
And he asked, have you had Navajo Town?
oh yeah, lots of times. I just haven't made fry bread before. But we had Navajo tacos not too long ago at the there's a local Elks Club that does Navajo tacos like once a month. So every now and then we'll go in and have them. So yeah, I mean they're only as good as the stuff you put in them. There's our mushrooms. Stuffed mushrooms. Okay, take one of those for yourself there, Mrs. Old Guy. I should probably hold that long enough to show you. Hold that up enough to see.
Hang on. Got 20 things going on. Yeah, pretty good.
Okay. All right, Lisa. Now bite of the mushroom.
Adventures with Goat said I was cool and have a new video coming out soon.
Awesome.
Scott said, weird thing is if I don't adopt my newfound one, I would have never known that the that she was interested or liked big ducks. She offered to take on my new fee if he didn't work out, so I thought that I would ask.
Well, that's cool though.
Yep.
Glad you found him a home.
Steve Russell wants to know if you have ice cream machine.
I don't. The last time I made ice cream, I used the coffee can method. I don't know if you know what that is, but you get 2 coffee cans of differing sizes, small one and a big one. Put your ice cream stuff in the small one, cap it off, put it in the big one, pack ice around it, and then just roll it back and forth. Takes a while, but it works when you don't have nothing else.
Adventures with Goat. I love Navajo tacos.
Oh yeah. Good eats.
Lisa said that all looks good, Tom. Thanks.
Thank you, Lisa. I always appreciate when my viewers, take enough interest to suggest, hey, let's try this or try that, because a lot of times, sure, it's a lot of it is things that we eat, nothing too special about it, but it keeps the doldrums of the same old thing to a minimum.
Yep.
Because every week we're trying something different. If it's a dish that I've had before, I try to give a twist to it so it's a little something different. So tonight it was cube steak, and I thought, well, why not? Let's make it stroganoff Swiss steak or cube steak. We did Swiss steak about 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Yep.
Eli said that he just got back from the oven. Outside.
It's been pretty warm here too.
The flashing blue light on the table, Ralph, is the microphone.
Yep. I moved it closer to me so that, just to make sure that folks could hear me clearly.
Adventures with Goat. I have been a professional chef for 34 years. I kind of love food, LOL.
Yep. Yes, sir. I was chef for many years as well. Owned a restaurant up in Fairplay. Opened several restaurants for various people over the years.
She turned out really good.
Thank you. That is pretty much no frills stuff for me. I prefer pretty much just straightforward, tasty food. I don't want to, unless I have to, I don't want to have to take all day to make something. However, there are exceptions to that rule, like making the meat for the Berea tacos. Something that you get started and you let stew all day is a little different. I'm talking about when you're making stuff all day continuously, and there's been too many live streams I've done where like pizza night. Made the dough, made the cheese, made the sauce, made the sausage. A lot to do in 2 hours.
Eli said today is a record 22nd consecutive 102nd consecutive days above 110 in the county.
Wow. That's hot. That's hot. Yep. When we lived in Texas, I think they had a 32-day stretch one time. 103 or higher. 103 or hotter. It was bad. No, that wasn't right. 113, right?
I think so.
It was 113. I remember that because us guys in the kitchen, we would take our breaks in the walk-in coolers. Luckily, there was enough room. I'll go in there and stay in for 5 minutes and cool down. No problem. Y'all can go outside in that hot sun if you want to.
Adventures with Goat says, I have a recipe for smoked bologna. I was thinking of making a batch of this.
Yum. What kind of bologna? Vienna, German. There's Lebanon bologna. I think there's two different kinds of Lebanese bologna. So, like, I'm just curious. I like to make and smoke my own pastrami.
Yep.
Love pastrami.
Eli says, you know it's hot when you look forward to 105 in the forecast. LOL.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be cooler tomorrow. It's only going to be 107.
Scott said, I found a second-story apartment when it was 115 degrees carrying a couch upstairs, and that heat was brutal.
Well, yeah. Doing anything in that hot sun. You know, these 100-degree days here, working out on this back patio, making this and doing that. Pretty warm.
Ralph said, a new company over here was just started selling ice cream made out of cauliflower for vegans, and it tastes really nice.
Well, I would try it if somebody gave it to me, but I doubt very seriously if I would pay to try it. Sorry, I'm pretty skeptical when it comes to vegan things like that. You know, not that I have any problem with people, you know, they eat what they eat. That's okay with me, but some of the items are just best left the way they are. You know, like Ralph, there was that nut meat. As a meat eater, I can assure you that in both taste and texture, it was absolutely nothing like meat. Not even close.
Scott says, Tommy used to do the same thing. I loved going into the walk-in freezer for 4 or 5 minutes and cool down.
Have to.
Eli says, usually walk-ins used to go in and cry. LOL, just kidding.
There's this one place. That was AKM. And it was a huge restaurant, over 500 seats. They had two full kitchens, one that dealt with like pizzas and a couple of other kind of flatbread things and some desserts. And the other kitchen took care of the rest of the menu. The pizza side had real issues when they first opened it. They had an infrared pizza oven that would cook a pizza on this stone, one circulation around, about 4 minutes, which was great for getting pizzas out real quick. But I finally had to call one of the managing partners of the restaurant and show him that it was 125 degrees standing on the line, and if you got anywhere near that oven, it was pushing closer to 140. It wasn't very safe to be working in those hot conditions, so they had to go through and revamp their exhaust system and put in a almost like an air conditioner at the intake on the top to cool the air down, because in the summertime, which it was just sucking hot 90, 100 degree air from outside right into a kitchen that was already screaming hot. So
Adventures with Goats said log sausage.
Okay.
Eli said construction workers and roofers definitely earn their money here.
Oh yeah.
So they do. Lisa said, Tom, do you know what a dogwood sandwich is?
A dagwood? Yes.
Oh, yes,
Well, pretty
dagwood.
much a dagwood.
Dagwood is what
Yeah.
she said.
Yes. Well, yes and no. I remember what a dagwood sandwich is. What I don't remember is if it was specific items in the sandwich. But yes, a dagwood is a sandwich that's got several layers of bread, and who knows what between.
John says, what about chili cheese hot dogs and then enchiladas?
Okay.
Uh,
Mrs. Old Guy will write it down.
Adventures with Goat, he's taken off, set up for his show.
Hey man,
Love all of you.
I'll join you. I'll be wrapping up here in about 30 minutes or so. So I'll pop over and support you, Brad. We'll see you. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Sopapilla is coming up on the minute here, guys.
Steve Russell says cat. Yep, we got a cat.
Don't be surprised, folks, if you see us eating corn every Saturday night for the next few weeks. The corn they grow here is pretty famous in the western part of the country. Olathe sweet corn, and it is it is delicious. So, but since it's a seasonal product, we eat it while we can. Yum.
Eli says one of the worst things ever is when you find a cart with amazing food and one day they are gone.
Yep. There was a place down in the Denver area that I absolutely used to love. Went there for many years, and it had been a few months since I, visited, so I decided I was going to go eat, and yeah, I disappointed they were gone, closed. It's like, oh, I love their enchiladas.
John says chili cheese hot dog enchiladas is what he meant.
Chili cheese hot dog enchiladas. Well, yeah, I can do that. I'm just not going to eat it. I'm going to have to substitute sausage for the hot dog. Mrs. Old Guy just doesn't like hot dogs.
No.
And got to be real honest, the hot dogs that I made, I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, they were overcooked and had a really terrible texture. And the next day, even after cooking them for less time, they had even a worse flavor and a worse texture. I'm probably not going to attempt to make hot dogs anymore. I'm just going to stick to my sausages. That I can do.
Scott says he loves sweet corn.
Oh man, one of our favorite things to do, which I will do. Maybe I'll add it to one of our meals coming up. We'll see what gets drawn, but we love corn chowder. Absolutely love corn chowder. If you've never had corn chowder, you need to make yourself. You can. I do have a video on how I make it, so I'm sure if you just went to my homepage and search corn chowder, you can find it. Noticed a couple kernels. Didn't want to leave them for the Sergeant Major.
Ralph said I can finally set up my trail cake in the back garden today.
Ralph said that?
Yep.
Why do you want to set up a trail cage in your back garden? Are you having large, annoying creatures come into your... Guess what time it is, guys? It's draw a ticket time.
Well, Matt asked about a Monte Cristo.
Monte Cristo, yes. Go ahead, put it down. It's been a long time since I've made a Monte Cristo. All right.
John says homemade corn chowder's awesome.
It is. All right.
Eli said his was a roast beef sandwich guy. One day his stand was just gone. Best roast beef sandwich I've ever had.
Aw. Okay, well, this one comes from Dawn. And it's navy bean soup. So, in a couple of weeks, hopefully Dawn will see this is coming up and be able to tune in.
Yep.
Here you go, Miss Soul Guy. I'll let you take that.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Eli says I love leaving the husk on and throwing them on coals until they have a little char on them. Amazing sweet roasted flavor.
Yeah, I've had corn, all in a bunch of different ways over the years, but just old school. I just prefer it boiled with some butter and salt on it. And that's just kind of how I am with it. All right, let me get some of these. What I call them, donapia. Donapia. Cross between donuts and sopapillas.
You need to go outside, Chum Chum.
cut with that donut cutter, and just to see what happens, right?
Outside?
That looks pretty good.
Ralph said a while back I caught the neighbor having a pee under our behelvo trees. I suspect she's still coming over.
She? Y'all got some crazy women there. Crazy, I say. I have no idea if this is going to work. I'm going to find out here in about 30 seconds. Okay. Back to the fantastic Fable F. There you go. Do they puff or do they just stay flat? Let's see what's going to happen.
Ralph said, yep, I've heard she's on pee. You might know it as meth.
Haha.
That's not good.
Nope. No, nope. Meth is not a good thing.
No, it's not. Eli
Oh.
says, I can't believe I've ever had those.
What, sopapillas?
Yep.
I don't believe it. That's like somebody telling me I've never had a baked potato. What do you mean you've never had a baked potato? Well, I'm not impressed. Not really. They're not getting big and puffy
Bummer.
like you would expect a sopapilla to do. They did get a little puffy, but not that nice big balloon empty shell that you get.
Yep.
So maybe I'll try rolling a little more out and cutting it the regular way to see if it makes any difference. Because if it doesn't make any difference, then I just know I screwed up. So we'll roll it out a little thinner. Might be too thick. Gee, I've made these maybe twice.
What are you whining about, Charlie? Come here.
He's always whining. He's always got something to whine about.
Waggy, waggy. Come here, waggy, waggy.
Where are we at? Almost. Ugh. Let me go see what these ones in here are doing, if they're burnt up yet or.
Eli says I've had Euphanoas or something. Basically a flour tortilla. When it comes out the oil, it's covered in cinnamon sugar.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing. Pretty much.
Come here, Chum Chum.
Said it might have to do with with that dough thickness. And maybe the size. So, we'll see. These puff up any better? Or if it's just a flat fail.
That would be frustrating.
No. No. I've failed many times. Way more than you guys are ever gonna know. Okay, I've got some puffage. We have puffage. We have puffage. Puff the magic sopapilla. No? Wasn't that a song? Not quite the puff that I would hope. But didn't lay just flat either, so. I don't know. You know what, Mrs. Old Guy?
What's that?
I think just because I can, I'm gonna cook up a few of these. Can I pronounce them? Duro di Rubia. Duro di Rubia. Eli, do you know what these are? Anybody? They look like little wagon wheels. See that?
Yep.
What are they called?
Tim has a dinner suggestion.
Good.
Better garlic pasta with chicken cutlets.
Sure. Sounds good. Yeah, these did puff up a little bit. Better than the donut ones. These those will definitely puff up. The only problem is, because they're small, they'll fall to the bottom. And then they're going to
Eli
get
says
stuck under
yes,
the burner.
puff snaps.
Yes. I guess my oil isn't hot enough for them because they're sure taking their time.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Eli called
Yes.
us. Yes. Okay. Just a couple of them. Yeah, I make these all kinds of ways. Most of the time, sweet, you know, cinnamon sugar, stuff like that. But sometimes I'll take the package from a macaroni and cheese and shake put the chicken, put the cheese powder in a bag and then toss these with it. Have cheesy ones with garlic powder. Alright, slide that off to the side. Neither one of these sopapillas didn't turn out super well. Oh well. Guess I get these last two pieces here. I'll go ahead and cook them. Doesn't make sense to leave them there. honey. A little granulated.
What do you want? Look at your drawing.
Give it about 2 seconds in the microwave. Just to break those crystals down.
Eli said those puff snacks are also called Duros and sometimes chicharrones.
Duros, yes. Chicharron. They sure are good. When we went to the nearby Mexican grocery store looking for the peppers to make the burrito taco, I saw they had a bag, so it's like couldn't walk out without picking up one.
Ralph says, I wish we could get rid of the emoji thingy on the live chat. It really gets in the way when you're trying to read the chat.
I'm sorry.
Are you on your phone, Ralph?
I'm not sure what I did with my thing. This is old guy. I'm going to give you a regular sopapilla thing, the puffier one of these donut looking things, and a couple of these dudes.
Okay.
And get some honey on there for you.
Thank you.
There you go. And I'm not going to bother with a plate. What did I do with my scooper? My scoops! I don't know what I did with it.
What?
The thing I was using to scoop my stuff out with. I don't see where I put it. Oh, right there.
Oh, okay, gotcha, Ralph. He says Chrome on the PC, it's a big hard covering some of the times.
I'm sorry. I don't know why it's doing that. Show it who's boss, Ralph. All right.
Yum. They taste good. Even if they didn't pop.
Yeah, it's okay. The taste really doesn't change. I guess it's all the presentation. How much it puffs up. It doesn't taste any different.
Eli says, here you get those from the corn man. He usually has bags of them and has a spray bottle of lime juice and he puts hot sauce on them. They're classic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds really good.
They're okay with honey on them.
Mm-hmm. Different. There's a place near, more or less in Denver, called Casa Bonita. It's been around for a long, long time, and it really was never known for its good Mexican food. What it was known for is its unique atmosphere. It had a cliff diving show. You know, I don't know, maybe 30 meters, where they dive off into the pools off of a cliff, and they had different floor shows and whatnot. So, in a kind of a cave exploring area for kids to play in, and it was a pretty cool place. Anyway, these guys from the place closed, and these guys from the inventors of South Park bought the restaurant and spent a bunch of money, redid the inside, and hired a new chef, and all this stuff. And now their only for their new employees to complain, even though they're starting off at like $18 an hour or something to start, which is
And then
anyway.
they were going to change it to they don't get tips, and they make $30 an hour.
Right. Servers, $30 an hour. You don't get any tips, but you do get $30 an hour for waiting tables. And they were complaining about, we don't have enough benefits. Unbelievable.
I think it was more the fact that they weren't getting what they were told they were going to get.
Oh, well, that's a different story then. Never mind.
It's what it sounded like, but I don't know.
Oh. So what kind of plans have you all got for the coming week? Anything in particular? I'm going to be doing more of the same.
Scott said, did you know that the creators of South Park bought Casa Bonita and made it good?
Yeah, they bought it and they made it
How
good.
it is.
They said they made it good. I haven't. It's too far for me to drive just to find out. Like a 5-hour drive one way.
He says, if I ever dive off of a cliff, someone pushed me.
Yep.
And Scott said $30. The post office caps at $28.
Well, I know. Crazy, huh?
Charlie, stop your whining. Rob says, from what I've heard, a lot of places in America are phasing out tipping.
Yeah. You know why? Because almost all of the servers seldom reports the tips they make, if they report it at all.
Yep.
Now, some servers, that's not a big deal. They don't make a whole lot in tips a night. Small little hometown place, maybe they make $30 in tips. Other places like in Vegas and so forth, they make $300, $400, $500 a night in tips. So, it's a double-edged sword.
Yep. Scott said he's training his Newfoundland and going on calls for the fire department.
Well, that's what you should do.
And Tim said, we'll have a good night, guys. I have to get up early tomorrow going to catch some seeds.
Thank you for hanging out, Tim. I appreciate it, buddy. I hope you have a good week. And yeah, I think I'll put out the final, the last call. If there's another suggestion you guys want to make for dinner wise, or have a comment or a question, good time to do it. Good time to do it. So I'm fixing to call it good and relax some more. Do nothing. Maybe check out who was here earlier. He's a new acquaintance, so
Yeah, that guy from Southern Colorado.
Yeah, we want to. I want to kind of shout out his channel here before we go out.
The Adventures with Goat.
Adventures with Goat. His live stream coming up. Looks like in about 7 minutes.
Scott wants to know how Chum and Polly are.
They're good. Chumley's whining because he didn't get to go on his WALK. My back hurt too much, and I just didn't feel like taking that, 3/4 mile walk there, 3/4 mile walk back.
Eli says he has a dinner suggestion.
Okay.
OG's wild card. You get to decide.
Ooh, okay, well, I've already got that in there. Thank you, Eli. I did allow myself that luxury, and I put a wild card in there. So we'll see. All right. Well, I'll quit chewing. And want to thank everybody for tuning in, hanging out with Old Guy on a lovely Saturday summer evening. I appreciate it because I'm pretty sure you could find more entertaining things to do than hang out with this old guy. But I do appreciate it very much. As I've said before, I look forward to this every week, and that's not going to stop. I really do look forward to this and cooking what you guys request, or trying to anyway. So I'm out of here, and so please, in the meantime, go out, help in your community some way, somehow, okay? Help a neighbor, help a food bank, help a whatever, clothing, what are they, Salvation Army,
Yes.
right? They wouldn't mind if somebody went down and helped them sort clothes for an hour, right? Okay. Have a good week. And we'll
Thanks for the stream and good night to Ed.
Good night, Ed. Have a good one. Okay, don't forget that email. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next Saturday night. So long.